Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Snyder, the Director of Teacher and Principal Support at the Nebraska Department of Education. I'd like to thank you for joining my esteemed colleagues and me tonight as we talk about one of the newly revised Nebraska Principal Performance Standards. I'll have my colleagues introduce themselves now.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ellie Fields, and I'm a former high school student from Harvard Public Schools.
Hi, I'm Michelle Helt, a third grade teacher in South Sioux City and the 2018 Nebraska Teacher of the Year.
Hi everyone, I'm Julie Downing. I'm a staff developer with ESU 13 in the Panhandle.
Hello everyone, I'm Mike Tion. I'm an associate professor at the University of Nebraska in Kearney.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Tawana Grover. I am the superintendent of Grand Island Public Schools.
Hi, I'm Charity Labrie, a principal with Grand Island Public Schools.
Thanks, everyone. The newly revised Nebraska Principal Performance Standards will serve as the foundation of a much broader educator effectiveness system that will be a shift in how Nebraska supports its teachers and principals. The major themes of the revisions are equity and data-based decision-making, which should provide opportunities that will become visible in things like a common language of expectations, a better understanding of the knowledge and skills that it takes to be effective teachers and principals in Nebraska, a commitment to staff support and development, and a focus on family and community engagement. Ellie, since you're the student and the most important part of anything we do as educators, I'll let you go ahead and start talking about the principal performance standard, Vision for Learning, as I share my screen.
When I first think of vision of learning, I think of the work a principal does every day to ensure everyone in the building, whether it be a teacher, paraeducator, or even a student, feels valued and respected.
I think of the importance of modeling and inspiring the learning community to work collectively to achieve the goals and mission of the school. When each member sees their value and the importance in accomplishing the school goals, the school community is able to thrive.
The standard reads, "The principal, as an instructional leader, embodies and inspires all members of the educational community to collectively embrace and actualize the shared vision, mission, and goals of the school and district for high-quality teaching and learning that results in improved student growth and achievement, reduction of opportunity gaps, and enhanced student and staff well-being."
Indicator A states, an effective principal leads all constituent groups within the school community in the analysis of multiple sources of relevant data to drive the creation of the vision, mission, and goals of the school and ensures alignment with district, state, and federal policies.
A key indicator of this standard is making data-based decisions while creating a clear vision for the school community. Once clarity exists around school goals, it's imperative to ensure all actions align with the school's belief and vision for educating each child in its care.
Principals are at the daily helm of helping adults and students see the connections between district, state, and federal policies by using standards as a guide to provide ongoing coaching and feedback to teachers, ensuring schools deliver meaningful and relevant learning experiences to all children.
ESUs provide expert support in the analysis of data to best serve schools in the development of vision, mission, and goals. The collaboration between and among NDE, ESUs, and districts ensures alignment and promotes equity for Nebraska students.
Indicator B states an effective principal establishes high expectations for the well-being and performance of self, students, and staff, and widely communicates how the vision, mission, and goals of the school align with those expectations.
Principals lead by example and through the expectations they set for the school community. It is their everyday modeled behaviors that create the blueprint for a visibly positive and inclusive learning environment.
As a teacher, I appreciate when my principal communicates and maintains high expectations for myself and those in my school. Setting and maintaining high expectations allows for trust among staff, trust that each student is getting what they need to grow, resulting in a consistently high level of learning.
As a principal, it is my job to ensure each member of the school community is holding themselves and others to the high expectations of the school. When actions and behavior are aligned to the school's vision, students and staff will thrive and create an environment of excellence for all members. This is oftentimes a challenge, as compassion fatigue can play a big role.
Finding balance is often a challenge for principals as they lead a building's educational culture. Principal preparation programs and district-level supervisors must encourage strategies that allow principals to manage their limited time and take care of themselves and others.
Indicator C states, an effective principal leads all members of the educational community in a systematic review of the vision, mission, and goals of the school, and adjusts based on the changing needs of the students and the learning community.
It is important to embed reflection in our work and keep the continuous improvement cycle at the forefront of all we do. Using data as a means to gauge the effectiveness of our work and ensure the school community as a whole is accurately meeting student needs propels students forwards in their growth as learners and citizens.
The principal is the greatest lever we have in the school district to create alignment, build coherence, and bring clarity to delivering student-centered instruction. Data analysis allows our principals and teachers to identify the root causes, and as a superintendent, it is my job to allocate resources to address the root cause and keep our students' forward motion sustained.
Principals are able to set the tone for an entire building and educational community as they go about establishing building priorities. Two of the most valuable commodities in a school building are time and focus. Determining how and for what purpose time is used establishes a level of importance within the entire building. The vision, mission, and goals of a school represent its most closely held beliefs.
Indicator D states, an effective principal promotes teaching practices based on sound instructional theory and pedagogy, research on student learning and development, alignment to the vision, mission, and goals of the school, and the needs of each student and staff member.
Instructional leadership requires principals to use building level student data and teacher effectiveness to help guide the design of professional learning. Great principals visit classrooms daily to identify proven instructional strategies. Highly effective principals build systems for highly effective teachers and share their skills with other teachers to generate growth and achievement for all learners.
Principals must always be learning and staying current on best practice strategies that will move the vision forward and align with current student needs. Reading and research are continuous and imperative to instructional leadership.
ESUs are regularly listening to district needs and pairing that with best practice as they tailor their support for instruction in schools.
Indicator E states, an effective principal ensures each student's instructional experience is based on intentional and district-supported use of high-quality instructional materials and aligned to innovative and impactful programming personalized to the interests and needs of individual students and groups of students.
We are learning more and more about the role of high quality instructional materials. Principals can be key advocates in helping districts select high quality materials and set aside time for teachers to gain confidence in how to best maximize high quality instructional materials. Principals understand the best use of their teachers' time is appropriately using the resources to help students master instructional standards by personalizing the experiences based on the individual needs of each and every student.
Establishing communication around student performance is critical to meeting student learning needs. Principals must be in classrooms on a regular basis to ensure instruction is meeting student needs and adjustments are made when necessary. As a principal, I use fidelity checks to look for consistent implementation, to provide data needed to make informed decisions, and to support those who might not be implementing the material as intended.
When I think of a student's instructional experience, I think of equity. A student's academic success should not be dependent upon what classroom a student is placed in. Principals who guarantee every teacher is effectively utilizing district-approved, high-quality instructional materials and doing so in an innovative and creative way will ensure every student will have the opportunity to succeed regardless of who their teacher is.
Indicator F states that an effective principal implements a systemic plan using multiple sources of relevant data to ensure alignment of curriculum, instruction, and assessment processes based on instructional priorities and student and staff development and support needs.
Principals are critical to creating a community of conversations with staff, students, and parents that triangulate data. Principals should lead discussions for deep data dives that provoke questions and responses about what's required in the curriculum, observed in the classrooms, and shown by the evidence of students learning on multiple assessments.
Principals must look at data and create a clear plan to invest human capital to impact students' learnings. It is important to not only create a clear plan of action, but also a clear plan of measurement to verify the plan is working. If a plan is not monitored, even the best plan may have minimal impact on student learning.
Principal preparation programs need to work to improve assessment literacy within its program graduates and help them to know that assessment literacy is an ongoing and ever-evolving process. Data must continually be used to drive staffing and professional development decisions. Teachers look to principals as they sort through the vast amounts of data and being cognizant of what data is relevant at that time and for the identified priorities.
ESUs support principals by partnering at the building level in the real-time analysis of data with educators. Nebraska ESU staff developers are the bridge between higher education and the principalship. They are a trusted resource for all educators in regard to data and school improvement.
Indicator G states an effective principal models behavior that demonstrates the belief that all students and staff members can reach their full potential with meaningful access to educational resources they need at the right moment, at the right level, and with the right intensity.
Principals have the privilege and responsibility to set the tone for the whole school community. The words and beliefs used to communicate guides the vision and implementation of the staff's approach. Principals must model equity and belief in each child and each staff member at their school. When principals have a wholehearted belief that each child can learn and succeed, the school community will hold the same belief. Principals set the tone for the success within the school community.
Principals articulate a clear agenda for the mission and vision by the messages they send with their words and their actions. Principals ensure equity in their school when high expectations for learning, without exception, are the core principles they stand by. They seek evidence of, they spend their resources on. Ultimately, the principal's charge is to give every student and staff member what they need when they need it.
After listening to this conversation, I realize how important it is for principals to continuously communicate the vision, mission, and goals of the learning environment. When this isn't done, you have a learning environment that isn't run as effectively as possible or accomplishing the things that need to be accomplished. When there is communication, you have the staff and students all working towards the same goal. When students are made aware of what they are to achieve, they have the motivation to reach those specified goals. I think it's a principal's job to help guide their staff members towards success in their classrooms. Sometimes principals can confuse guiding with micromanaging, though. Teachers who feel they are being micromanaged are scared to try new things or be as expressive as they want because they're afraid of negative criticism. And as students, we can tell when a principal has given their trust to the teacher. I think it is important for principals to be supportive of their teachers and allow them to have freedom in their classrooms. At the same time, though, it is important that principals give teachers parameters to maintain data-driven school goals. Too much freedom, or not enough, can cause the school system to fail and ultimately for students not to learn. It is very important to find the balance. I also think it is very vital for principals to form relationships with everyone in the building. When that relationship is built, just like any other relationship, there is trust, and that trust is visible within the educational community.
I would like to thank everybody for joining us. Thank my colleagues for being a part of this video. If you have any questions about the standards, please give me an email and I'd be happy to answer them for you. Thanks, everybody.